right, the best live and local concerts going on in Green Country. I am joined by Lynn Hernandez and Jill Monroe from 103.3 The Eagle on the Tulsa Rocks podcast. First up, let's get ready for some outlaw metal.
Outlaw metal, red dirt metal, whatever you want to call it. They're from Texas, hence the name. Texas Hippie Coalition, but they love Oklahoma. They come here a lot, and they're at the venue Shrine both Friday and Saturday night. So they've done really well ticket sales, but it's 21 and up. You can still buy tickets for it. It's going to be a great show.
It is.
Cool place to see a show, too.
Yeah.
Last one of the year, boys.
We're drinking beer.
Even Joey.
I'm drinking beer, man.
What's up, guys? Rado Romo, the hired gun here. Welcome to On the Road with THC. As always, we got Joey Mandigo, the Gravedigger, and the big man himself, Big Dad Rich, the King of Texas.
Last one of the year?
Last one of the year.
This is
Here
7.
we are for our season finale, episode 7. It's been a good year.
Yeah, we wish we would have started this earlier in the year. We'd have had a whole year's worth, but we didn't start until September?
Yeah,
I think it
Or
was
October,
September, yeah.
Somewhere
it
there.
was September. When we played every show in Ohio from September until about
THC,
now.
we put the high in Ohio.
And now we're in the tribal council, so.
We are in the tribal council tonight. You guys will get a quick recap of who's gonna get voted off the island tonight. See what you guys think.
Court in Nevada have already been voted off. We already discussed it.
I do think Joey might have found an idol though.
I think so too.
Same. So speaking of idols, my idol. I'm just kidding. Fucking tonight we're in Tulsa. We're at the Shrine in Tulsa tonight. It's not an idol, but it's a shrine. And here we are in Tulsa, Oklahoma, our last show of the year.
How was last night, Rado?
Dude, last night, Rado was so great. It was amazing. It was almost, it was sold out.
Sold out.
It was sold out. It was a sold out show. Thanks to, really, I mean, we had so many family members here from all across the country.
You should have seen how big our meet and greet was last night.
It was huge. It was huge. We were like, do you have a backstage pass or not? And, you know, but it's still fine. You know, we had so many people out, though. I mean, Seb and the bunch, all them from Colorado.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where the hell is Jeffrey Wiseman from? Minnesota.
Minnesota,
right?
yeah, I think so.
Minnesota.
I think so.
He brought us those. I wish we had one of those baggies around us right now. Those
Kevin
are so
Ray
cool.
and Neil Lyle.
Yep, Kevin Ray and Neil Lyle. They're
They're
timeless.
Working on their 150th show, trying to get in there.
Yes.
Art Martin.
Art's
He's here tonight.
Yeah.
Jenna.
Art is here, yeah. No Bodie, but that's all right. We'll take Art.
We
A lot
love
of
it.
great people here last night, a lot of great people here tonight, and a lot of people here both nights. So I think it's a pretty good idea to do something like this. Maybe we do it again next year.
Yeah, totally.
You know, a year-ending bash every year.
At the Shrine in Tulsa.
Speaking of ending, this is the finale.
It's the finale.
Finally,
Season
the
finale. Finally the finale.
This is where we have like a quick recap of the whole year.
Oh,
Right
gosh.
here, Joey. You got that?
Probably
The editing
not.
Team ready to put that together.
What's crazy is we started out the year before the shows. When we started out the year in March in Florida, and I got really bad sick. I went in the hospital. We had to cancel a couple of shows. We had to come back and do those shows at a later date. And now here we are entering the year, and I've got some kind of head cold. So, dang it, I don't
this
usually
year.
get ill
That's so-
twice in a year.
That's so crazy. That was this year.
Yeah.
That feels so long ago now.
It really does.
That was literally, you're right, it was March, and then we did the makeup days in May. It's only November.
Yeah, that's right.
That's when I found out that Joey did love me, because he like never left my side and started answering questions for the nurses and shit. I was like, damn, Joey loves me.
We all love you too, but the rest of us, we were just like, well, we're going to stay in the RV and play Siphon Filter 2.
I don't know what y'all were playing at the time, but y'all's heads were all the way up in it.
The worst graphics you could get, just straight up PS1.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. I couldn't even see how you could take time to try to figure it out.
You were pretending to be
Reminded me of like the E.T. game back in the day.
sick.
Kinda.
Yeah. You were pretending to be sick, so you just didn't have to be on here. And
I
watch
was
it.
sick of watching y'all play that.
Yeah,
game.
exactly. But man, so Tulsa has been a great night. Tonight so far, we haven't got a count yet.
And we're at 194.
194, so we
Well,
are...
it might be, that's 194 tickets, and then there's like, the VIPs are sold out too, I think. So that could be 2 something, I'm not sure.
So we're basically like 50 or 60 away from selling it out tonight.
Yeah, and there's a lot of repeats. We're seeing a lot of the same faces. But happy to see everybody twice, and just, it's always good to see extended dysfunctional families.
Yes. And there's so many of them here tonight. Joey,
There
name
really
them all.
are.
Name everybody
Emery's
that's
here, Jamie, BJ,
Jack and Mary Joe.
The Sterlings, Jack and Mary Joe, Jack, Crazy Jack, and I mean, it's like everybody. Dennis, Jet, I mean, even Dennis Fogarty showed up. You know, Art Martin and Dennis Fogarty were the first people ever patched in. First two people ever patched in. And Art was first that night, and then Dennis was right behind him. But Dennis always claims that he was the first one, just because it was the first night, you know. But we'll let them two fight it out over that. I'm not trying to help anybody win that battle, but yeah, it's a crazy thing. Now we give those out every year, and it's become a big thing over the years. Freaking crazy, and you know, we've gained a lot of fans over the years. You know.
You know what? Joey's never been officially patched in, has he?
Well, I mean, you know, we don't.
I got officially patched in.
Patching in members is kind of weird, you know. Like
It happened to me.
I give everybody patches, so once you get in the band, you get.
I had a blank one for like a year.
But yeah, you did.
I did.
You did.
And then the night that Jeff McAllister
It
got
really
his,
bothered me.
and
When I would see you without any colors on, it really bothered me. But I didn't say anything to you.
But yeah, so Joey's patch is unofficial, so if you see him wearing it, just come up and rip it off. Totally kidding. But it feels so good to have all the family members here tonight and everybody hanging out, and it's so awesome that you guys would come out and so many faces being here for 2 nights in a row.
I think we'll try to start doing a year-ending thing here, you know, 2 nights in a row.
We like Tulsa.
Well, and hey, speaking of what we're going to do next year, we already got the 2025 shows. We got a lot of them lined out. We're gonna, like we talked about last week, we're doing the Valentine's week in February.
Yeah, the day after Valentine's Day, February the 15th, Texas Hippie Coalition returns to Eisenhower's birthplace, and also the birthplace of Texas Hippie Coalition, Denison, Texas.
That's going to be a good one.
Yeah, it is going to be a good one. Looking forward to it.
You were saying last week was the Denison, and Joey was like, what did you think
you
said?
don't even know what
He
they're
had no clue. The Denizen.
Dennis Inn.
Yeah, the Denison. We're back in Denison,
The
Texas.
Dennis Inn.
You know what's weird is that I can play anywhere, the largest crowds, and not really have any kinds of problem. It's just when I go back home or when I go into the Denison area and I play there, I don't get butterflies, I get butter knives. And I just like, it's like, rah, 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 rah. You know, like, I don't know what it is, you know, it's just, I guess the trauma's just being traumatized from being called Fat Richard. Now I'm Big Dad Rich, you know, I don't know. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I mean, dang, there's nothing like playing your own hometown to make you feel humble.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Now we're about to find out.
We're about to find out.
I'm sure it will do good. I bet it cooks.
Yes.
Oh, it's going to be badass.
Deep
I bet
fried.
the same way tonight that so many people came down to see us in Oklahoma for our last show.
I think you can see the numbers for both nights combined. I think it could be 600, 500. It could be like a machine shop sold out show.
Well, so, just saying, we have the 2025 shows. Last week we already recapped on Texas and then the North Carolina shows. That one show in New York we have coming up on June 7th, the Backyard Barbecue at Brian's house.
Yep. And we got a show called Leather and Lace.
Yeah,
Yep.
leather.
July
Right.
12th in Sparta, North Carolina.
And then July the 11th, I believe, we're in Tennessee somewhere.
Yes, we just got this one in the books. Where the hell? It's 20 miles north of Nashville. I remember that.
Yeah.
I cannot remember
Was
the
it
town
Bristol?
name.
It's another rally. No,
It is.
I don't know.
It's the Bell Witch Bike Rally.
Dang right.
Bell Witch
Good-
Bike Rally.
Good call. Good call. Looking forward to both of those. Going to be a good weekend. Just next year's really just laying itself out. Like, I think that we're going to be able to, like in January, probably just announce all the way through July. Because it's going to be planned out for us. You know. Of course, in April, we have the family reunion in Oklahoma City.
You guys
We're
hear that?
returning.
420 in OKC.
We are in talks with Kansas Crossing, going back there, Wichita, Kansas, the Cotillion. We're in talks with them. So, yeah.
You will see us on the road next year at some point.
Yeah, we're always on the road. I figure that next year you're probably going to be seeing, you could be seeing 20 of these shows.
Probably.
Yeah, and we'll try to get some more stuff in there instead of just saying next week we're at.
Yes.
Last
Yes.
week we were.
Yes.
But it is called On the Road with THC, so we might as well talk about it.
Yeah, we're technically on the road. We may be only about 200 miles from houses right now, but we are on the road still. We're in the RV. We forgot to put up our
Jeff
dang banner.
Wiseman's backdrop.
Dang it, man. We are like...
Dang.
Next year we'll debut it.
Yeah, that'll be the first thing we do is we just fucking glue that backdrop up
What
there
was your
behind us.
favorite show of this year?
We're gonna don't jump over my topics. I have my topics written out.
Hey, let him handle the show.
Yeah. You hosting this thing or you making me edit it? Because I don't want to edit this.
Fredo is the man.
He is a man. He's a big
Yeah,
man.
because first we had to talk about the 420 Christmas sales.
Oh yeah.
The 420,
The
yeah.
420 days of Christmas.
It's actually 24 days of Christmas, 4 days in November, 20 days in December. And it's my understanding now, I'm being told that the last day or two of December, that those things may or may not arrive by Christmas. And we're still going to do it anyway. But we do have some items, like we have a lot of items that are laying around that where we might have like 5 5XLs and 2 smalls and 3 mediums and 1 large. We're going to put all that stuff up and we're going to sell it as fast as we can, as quick as we can. A lot of the stuff, because we know that shipping is around $10 to $12 at the farthest point being shipped. So some of that stuff is going to have like a $10 or $12 price tag on it, and that's just to cover the shipping. That's
Can't get a better deal than that.
I don't want to go in the hole or anything, but I don't mind going in the
See what he did there? We got some really cool stuff though lined out for you guys. And heck, you know what?
Hey, I'm gonna show them this.
Yeah, let's
This is
show 'em.
something we got. So we're gonna have the gunmetal and the splatter. And here it is. This is the vinyl right here. And let me show this to you. This is the. Can you hold that? This is the gun. This is the gunmetal one. Looks so
Look
cool.
at that thing.
Yeah. Very cool. There you go. You want to hold that for me?
Look at this.
And then on the inside of it, there is the lyric sheet, which we've already discussed in other shows. And on the front is this poster, and we've all autographed it for you.
All signed.
All
Even by
signed.
Rado.
Yeah, and that is Nevada's real signature. It wasn't done by somebody else. That's really him. And cord pull with his little THC CP.
So,
Heck yeah.
all the vinyls that are going to be in the 24 Days of Christmas still we're about to do, those are the ones that are going to be signed, correct?
Yeah, all the ones that are signed, and you'll have your choice of picking out the gunmetal or the blood splatter. And I'm not exactly sure what the price is going to be, but I think they're going to be $25. But if I'm lying, I'm lying.
Well, I'll tell you this. If you guys would have been here yesterday and tonight, you could have already bought it. But that's okay. We forgive you. That's why we're going to put it...
This time.
Yeah, we
we're gonna-
premiered them live at these 2 shows, and they sold like hotcakes. Oh, did I move that?
That should be okay.
Yeah, so
You want to take a look at it?
Go ahead. Keep
No,
an eye
on
out
here,
for the...
on there. Can you look at it on there?
Keep an eye out for the 24 Days of Christmas we have coming up. We're going to announce it the day before Thanksgiving.
Day
correct?
before Thanksgiving it starts. And then don't forget, like on Thanksgiving Day, we got some weird drops to where you can pay shipping only, and you can get that item. But don't forget, we do free shipping on all of our sales. It's
Yes.
just on the free. It'll say free, and you order it, and you'll have a shipping cost added to it.
Yes.
So,
And keep your eyes glued to the THC pages.
We're going to be doing
during-
drops like that throughout because we have so much stuff that's just taking up space in our storage shed and the cabin. So we want to get the cabin emptied out. We want to pass those savings on to you guys. Check it out. But man, this year we've got ball caps that have bull horns on them. We actually have one that is signed and autographed by everybody. And the person on the 20th of December, the person who spent the most money online will have that shipped to them for free, no cost, just for spending all your Christmas earnings, all your Christmas present money with THC. We're going to award that to you and send it to you. The rest of them won't be signed because it's hard to get all these guys together to sign anything. And we signed 30 albums tonight, and we're going to be signing about 30 more later on tonight of the blood splatter. So it's been a lot of signatures. Oh yeah, we got the machine shop posters,
Yes.
which there's only 50 of them made. And
Only 50.
we have those. Oh, we got them. We got them.
We got him?
Shoot ya.
Look
Heck
at
yeah.
that.
Look at those sexy guys.
Look at that.
Yeah.
You can't even
That's
see
a good
me.
looking band.
I look tough. You look great, Joey.
Joey,
look
that's
really-
the best picture Joey's ever been in.
I look really great in that.
Dang, Joey.
But yeah, those are $20 a piece. They're autographed by everybody in the band. Only 50 of them.
Only 50.
Only 50.
So heck, guys, you better stay tuned. Better look in those comments, or not comments, but look at our social media pages and stay tuned is what I'm trying to say for all these great deals, because like Rich said, they're going to be dropping fast, and most of them are only a day long. So keep your eyes peeled.
You know what's been crazy is how many people have been coming up to me saying they love this show. I mean, usually
Yeah.
it's a song or it's something, but they come up telling me how much they love the song. People are saying, man, like me and my wife, we'll get together and or me and my gal, we'll get together and we'll get some beers and get a little bit of, that good stuff. And we'll go ahead and start smoking some THC, watching THC. It's great, man. It's
Love
great.
it.
I love
Yeah, there's some people that they're like, when you put out a new episode, we start from the first episode and watch them again up to the new episode. And I'm like, you guys are
That's
freaks.
crazy.
I know. I'm like, y'all need to calm down. But I might be doing the
That's
same
crazy.
thing too.
I watch it and then I'm like, okay, good, and I go through and I do all the editing and stuff with Joey. I mean, he does all the editing, but I tell him what I think should be in there or what should not be in there, and then but he does a pretty good job. I don't have to do too much.
We're at a 2-minute warning.
Already?
Already.
Dang, okay.
No,
well,
no, we're not either.
Hey.
We're still 2 minutes away from the 2 minute.
Well, you
Oh,
know
I
what?
got
This is a good time for Joey to ask us the question that you have.
What's your favorite show of the year?
And I'll tell you what my favorite show of this year was. I have two favorite shows of this year, and it's because they were very surprising and kind of not really out of nowhere, but almost. And there was such a good turnout, and it was the Muskegon Bike Rally that
Yeah.
we did in Muskegon, Michigan. That was such a great show. I mean, there was probably a couple thousand people there. It was the whole town. We have never heard of it. I don't think any of us have heard of it before. Apparently, it's a big deal.
We made their local news there.
We did. There's a guy on there.
And,
Yep.
It cracked me up. We
Yep.
made their local news there. It was the most money that they had raised and the largest crowd that they had experienced in all the years of doing it. So it was a fabulous turnout for them. We were so happy to be a part of it, man. We hope to get back.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you want to have a sold out show, you got to bring THC. That's
right.
That's really what it comes down to. My other, so I know you only asked me one, but I got a second favorite. It's Midsummer Music Fest. Just got to throw that out
That was
there.
probably
too.
mine, so
Minnegah.
you stole mine from me.
I'm sorry. Minnegah was great. Minnegah was awesome. We played with Jackal. It was another one where there's a couple thousand people. What the hell is this festival? We get there,
Yep.
and it was fantastic.
Great show.
Not only that, it seemed like the crowd was very big to begin with. And then it grew. And then it grew even more. And when you looked at the crowd just growing and growing and growing, like we were drawing them in from the fields, you know what I mean? It was crazy. And so many people there became coalition members that day. They became THC fans that day. So the Midsummer Fest and the other one that you were talking about. Thank y'all so much for introducing us to so many people. We returned to Bonnie and Clyde again, that festival rally.
Oh, yeah.
And we won't be back there next year. We're going to skip a year. They wanted us there, but we're just, some places we're going to skip. We're going to try to make it to the machine shop again next year, but it could be that where some places are just getting, just going to wait.
Too much THC.
Yeah, well, you can never get too much THC. But hey, now we are at the 2 minute warning.
So, was that your favorite shows of the year as well? Was the Midsummer and Bonnie and Clyde's? Rich? Was that your favorites?
My favorite was the Midsummer Fest, I think, because I like looking at, I love looking at the crowd and everybody singing my songs back at me like a redneck choir, and that's every show.
Yeah.
And the intimate shows are great too, the 300 person crowds. Those are great shows, so that's wonderful. But because they're true fans, you can hear them singing the songs back at you. It's freaking awesome. But when I see people that don't know who we are and we're just overwhelming them with our immense talent.
Yeah.
But they're just like, wow, and they're like all of you guys, they're all of a sudden becoming fans. And just to see somebody that doesn't know who we are become a fan right in front of us. And let me tell you something. I went to go see Corrosion of Conformity. There was a band opening up called Clutch. And I didn't know who Clutch was. I'd never heard a single song, didn't know nothing about them. And man, let me tell you something. By the end of that set, Clutch was my favorite band, and I've now seen Clutch more than anybody, even more than Pantera. And I had seen Pantera, like, I can't remember if it was somewhere around 30, 28, 31, somewhere in there. But now I'm seeing Clutch probably 38 times. We've opened up for them. We did the last show on Earth, which was 12/12/2012 or whatever. So the Mayan calendar date ending, you know. We did that show with them, and we've done a bunch of other shows with them. We did a Carolina festival with them, and you know, I always treat them like they're like an uncle, my favorite uncle or something, you know. And I'm always like hugging them, and when I walk away, I'm a little embarrassed that I was overzealous, you know. But I love Neil. I love his songwriting. I love the band. I love their music. I love everything about them. And I mean, it's the reason why in some of my songs people are like, well, that's not a word, you know. And I feel like Neil, when Neil writes, it doesn't matter to him if it's a word or not. You know what I mean? If it fits, it fits. So I love that. So for me to look out there and see people looking at us and going through that same experience that I did with Clutch is it's awesome to me, man.
Yeah. Well, Joey, what you got?
Man, it might be an oddball, but I think Marion Center at Raindrop Inn was probably my favorite.
That was good.
Because it just felt like a really old school show, and it was insanely packed, and like seeing a band of our size in pretty much a VFW hall, I think was pretty in the middle of nowhere.
Packed VFW.
Yeah, it was insanely packed.
Side to side, front to back.
And this place is in the middle of nowhere.
And they are losing it too, man.
No, you had to drive through the most car-sick roads to get to that.
That was probably my favorite show. That was awesome.
And that was in Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah, Marion Center, Pennsylvania.
But like, I mean, look, a lot of people are like, paint Pennsylvania blue. That was the reddest room I had. Like, that room was red.
Yes.
And it was crazy.
That show was off the chain.
It really was.
And then I gotta say, like a runner-up would be kind of like probably like Keokuk, Iowa.
Oh, at L Train.
Oh,
that was actually really good. That outside show we played.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that was
and always
really
OCC down in Florida, man. Bringing us down there. We love that place, and the people down there love us, man. It's all like I like last year he had us there twice, didn't he?
Yep.
He had us there twice. I was like, man, we can't just keep coming back. He's like, you know, we need to wait a while. He's like, no, man. People down here, all they do is ask about y'all. I gotta have you.
We even did Scout Bar twice this year too.
Did we really do Scout Bar twice?
Yeah.
Really?
Did it twice this year.
Yeah, there's like some places like, you know, that are close to home that, like we did Tulsa twice.
Yeah.
But we're fixing to.
So hey, real quick, even harder question. You guys don't have to answer it if you don't want to.
Okay.
But you got a favorite part of this whole year? You guys have a favorite thing we did on tour? You guys can think about it while we think our unofficial sponsors. Keystone Light tonight, Miller Light tonight, the King of Beer.
Miller Genuine Draft.
Genuine Draft, guys.
High Life.
So you guys win a chance to sponsor On the Road with THC next year in 2025.
Sure
This upcoming year.
We won't see you guys again until February the 15th of 2025.
It's going to be a minute.
We're looking forward to 2025. Can't wait to, you know, I think 2024 came after us pretty hard and strong and swinging heavy.
Yep.
But I think we knocked it the fuck out.
We did.
And I think 2025 is going to get a good ass whooping as well. So I hope you guys will come out in 2025, come see us. Go ahead and take that ass whooping.
Yep. We got our belts ready.
Sure.
So
I guess we can wrap it up. I'm getting kind of sad because I don't want to say I'm having separation anxiety.
I know.
I'm going to miss y'all. I'm going to miss y'all. I'm having separation anxiety over here, and man, I guess we're going to see you next year.
Yeah. It's going to be.
What's your exiting quote? This one has to be good.
Oh my God.
The whole year in summation. Right?
Man. Oh my goodness.
7, secretly 8 episodes wrapped up right now.
I know we gotta leave, but we will not fade. And I just want to promise you, this here's not a passing phase. I hope each and every one of you all truly enjoy these coming holidays. When it and in our absence, I know inside you may start feeling hollow. But you would do us all a favor if you would just like, share, and follow.
There we go.
All right,
That
yeah.
was a good one. That was a good
Don't
one.
follow us home. Just follow us on here.
Yeah, you can't follow us home. You're not allowed to. You have to stay where you are unless we're playing in your town. Then you can come out.
Yeah,
So,
there you go.
Hey, Jesus Christ is the reason for the season. Merry Christmas to you all. Be sure and watch the Facebook page, as I will be reading the night before Christmas. We did it a couple years back. I'm going to do it this year. People have been asking. I'll be reading it this year on Christmas Eve. And you guys enjoy the turkey. Happy Turkey Day. Happy Thanksgiving. But just don't forget the reason for the season is my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. God bless all of you. Man, that's the year. That's a wrap. Finally, the finale. See y'all in 2025.